Welcome. I am Mahmoud Helmy, working as a Siebel CRM specialist, and I'm managing Oracle Siebel production environments at one of the largest telecom operators in the world. If you work with Oracle Siebel CRM before or want to work with, you are in the right place. Let's build something. First, let me ask you a simple question. You are a customer of a telecom company, let's say a company X. You call their support line because your internet has been down for 2 days. The agent picks up. First thing they say, can you tell me your account number, please? You give it your account number. Then they say, what seems to be the problem today? You explain the whole problem to him, and they put you on hold and transfer you to the next agent. Again, the next agent asked you, can you verify your account number? This question sounds familiar, right? This is exactly the problem that CRM was invented to solve. And by the end of this course, you will be one of the engineers who builds and maintains the system that prevent that experience from ever happening. In this lesson, we are covering the absolute foundation. What is CRM? Why does it exist? What does it do? And why it's so critical in the telecom industry, which is the industry where Siebel CRM is used most heavily. First, let me start with something that sounds obvious, but it's actually profound. Every business has customers, and every customer has a history with that business. Think about your relationship with your mobile operator. You signed up on specific date. You have specific plan. Maybe you complained once about billing. Maybe you upgraded your phone. Maybe you have a family plan with 4 lines. All of that information and that history is what makes serving you well possible. But the problem is, historically, this information was scattered everywhere. Customer service had one system. Sales had a spreadsheet. Billing had their own database. Technical support had their own ticketing tool. Nobody talked to each other. Now multiply this by 10 million customers. That's what a telecom company deals with. How do you provide consistent and high quality service to 10 million people when their information is scattered across 15 different systems? This is where CRM comes in. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and it's both a business strategy and a software system. As a strategy, CRM is about how you manage the complete life cycle of your relationship with each customer. It's about having the right information available to the right person at the right moment. As a software, CRM is the single platform where all customer interactions are captured, tracked, and managed instead of 15 scattered systems. You have one unified view of the customer, and every agent, every sales representative, and every manager sees the same 360-degree view. The ultimate goal is simple: how to serve customers better, sell more efficiently, and retain them longer. Those three things, service, sales, and retention, are the three pillars of every CRM system you will ever work on. CRM manages what we call the customer life cycle. This is the journey a person takes from the moment they first hear about your company to the moment they become a loyal or a long-term customer. It starts with a prospect. A prospect means someone who might be interested, then becoming a lead. They have shown real interest, then becoming opportunity. Your sales team is actively working with them, then becoming a customer. They have signed a contract. And finally, a retained customer. They stay and they renew, they buy more from your products. In Siebel CRM, you will find modules dedicated to every single one of these stages. There are modules for lead management, opportunity management, order management, service request management, and more. Everything you will configure in this course maps back to one of these life cycle stages. Now, why is CRM so critical in telecom? Because telecom customers have some of the most complex relationships of any industry. Think about a typical business customer. They might have 50 mobile lines, a broadband connection, a VPN service, IoT devices for their trucks, and a unified communications platform. All of that managed by one account team. But without CRM, when that customer calls about a VPN issue, for example, the agent has no idea what other services they have. They cannot see if there is a related problem on the network. They cannot check if this customer is a renewal risk. They are flying blind. With CRM, with Siebel, that agent opens one screen and sees everything, the complete account, and all active services, and all open tickets. The customers steer and they can immediately take action. Log a service request, for example, escalate it, or trigger workflow. Studies show that CRM reduces customer churn by up to 27% in telecom. That translates directly to hundreds of millions in revenue retention. Let's talk about what actually lives inside the CRM system, because this is important for your technical work. You need to understand the business entities before you can configure them in Siebel. First, accounts. In Siebel, an account represents a company or individual customer. It holds the name, address, customer tier, are they a premium customer or a standard one, and all associated information. Then contacts. Contacts are the people at those accounts. A company might have multiple contacts. For example, CEO, IT manager, a billing contact, all associated with the same account. Activities. Activities are the records of interactions, like phone calls, emails, meetings. Every time an agent speaks to a customer, that should be logged as an activity. This is how you build a customer history. Service requests. In some systems, call it cases, texts, call it whatever you want. They are describing complaints, issues, or requests raised by customers. This is one of the most critical modules in any telecom CRM. You will spend significant time in this course configuring service request workflows, and then you have orders, what the customer has purchased. Also assets. Assets are the things they own like SIM cards, routers. Before we dive deep into Siebel, let me give you a brief map of the CRM market so you understand where Siebel sits. We have Salesforce, for example. The Salesforce is the number one CRM in the world by market share. It's a cloud native, highly flexible, and dominates the mid-market. Many companies are moving to Salesforce for new deployments. But here is the thing. Thousands of large enterprises, especially in telecom, banking, insurance, and governments, are running Siebel, not because they haven't heard about Salesforce, but because Siebel offers something that cloud-native solutions still struggle with. It offers extreme enterprise-grade configurability on-premise control, deep integration with Oracle databases, and the ability to handle billions of records with complex business logic. If you are watching this course, you are either already working in an organization that runs Siebel or you want to join one. And the skills you build here, development, administration, EIM, workflows, are in demand at some of the largest companies in the world. So let's recap. CRM is the system and strategy that allows companies to manage customer relationships at scale. In telecom, It's mission critical because customers are complex, the relationship is ongoing, and the cost of losing a customer is enormous. In the next lesson, we are going to look at where Oracle Siebel CRM came from. If any of the concepts in this lesson felt unfamiliar, I recommend pausing and reviewing the module resources. The lab at the end of this module will test your understanding of the architecture, so stay engaged.